We are back with an actor who has been entertaining us since the 90s. Josh Hartnett burst onto the big screen in films like The Faculty, later taking on roles in Academy Award-winning films like Black Hawk Down and Oppenheimer.
Well, fasten your seatbelts for his new action comedy film, Fight or Flight. Josh plays Lucas Reyes, an exiled American agent hired to track down a mysterious asset on an international flight.
But here's the rub. He soon discovers the plane is actually full of assassins trying to kill him and his target.
I've been airsick.
Sir, for the safety of all passengers, I'm going to need to ask you a couple questions. Are you currently on narcotics?
Is he really a Sky Marshal? You can vouch for him.
Excuse me?
Oh my God, is that blood dripping from the ceiling?
Inside, both of you.
Josh, good morning. And it just gets crazier from there.
Yeah.
So this is such a wild ride. I understand you. One of the things that drew you to this was you got a chance to do your own stunts for since the last, like you were 29 years old.
Exactly. So being like in my mid-40s, I don't get a lot of call to do my own stunts anymore for whatever reason. And yeah, when they said this to me, that was the conceit, because it was the same guys who did John Wick, and that, you know, Keanu did all his own stunts for that. So yeah, I took it up as a kind of challenge to myself, maybe.
And how'd you do?
You'll have to ask other people. You'll have to see the movie. See the movie.
Well,
I think I did all right.
You're terrific, but I'm wondering, after each day's filming, how are you feeling?
A lot of ice, a lot of sort of like rebuilding of my pride. It was not. It was tough. It was tough.
You might be getting more calls now after they saw you in that. But we also noticed the hair. We couldn't help but notice that you didn't keep it.
No, I didn't keep any hair except for the blonde stuff. That was a choice because the guy's been on the run for a long time. He's been living in one place. He had to kind of disguise himself over the last 2 years. It's kind of, you're meeting him at a very low point in his life. He's given up.
And it didn't go quite well with the family. The family didn't love the hair.
Oh, you know what? So my wife thought it was she really liked it. She thought it was sexy. I don't know why, but my kids, no, they cried.
They cried?
But they cry every time I change my look. And being an actor, I have to do that quite a bit. So they're, you know, my dad's had a beard his entire life. If he shaved his beard, I think I would
think it's weird. That's unsettling.
You've been busy. You just finished wrapping on Verity, which is another highly anticipated film that's coming out soon. You took a bit of a break from Hollywood for a while.
Ish. Yeah, I mean, I took some time off when the kids were born, but really I was doing smaller films that weren't getting this sort of play, and I wasn't invited onto the Today Show.
Well, you know what people are calling this? A Hartnett Renaissance.
Yes.
Have you heard this?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Do you view this phase of your career as a renaissance?
I don't. I mean, I view it as a really lucky time. It's all ebbs and flows, and I'm able to work with great people, and I'm going to continue doing it as much as I possibly can. There's a little clip from The Bear there. That was my friend Chris Storer who did that. But I have a lot of friends in the industry who've been really cool and welcomed me back and put me in good films, and hopefully I get to keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a little we want to get your take on this. Since the movie takes place on a plane almost entirely, we want to ask you a few questions and see what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Okay to go barefoot on a plane?
Absolutely not.
Never.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, and why would you?
Yeah.
Okay, are you allowed to recline your seat all the way back?
I think you got to be able to recline your seat, but you should at least ask the person behind you.
Very good. A little. Just take a little moment. Now, what about chatting up your seatmate?
I like talking to people on planes because you're never going to get that perspective again. But I don't know about like just leaning in and forcing people to talk.
What about food on a plane? How do you feel about like if someone breaks out a Big Mac and it's like full of onions right next to you, or a fish sandwich, fish fillet?
No.
I don't know. Stinky food, maybe not. No. I think you should have a little. You should be aware of the people around you for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I think, don't you, going back to the seatmate chat, doesn't it kind of depend on the seatmate too, a little bit?
But you don't know that when you first sit down.
Well, you can tell pretty quickly.
It could be somebody really interesting.
Well, it could be somebody that you want to put the headphones on for too.
Yeah, but then you can.
Yeah, that's true.
It is rude, but you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
25 years ago, we saw you in The Faculty.
Yeah, 25 years?
25 years ago.
Oh, man.
What would you tell that Josh Hartnett today?
Don't get older and do stunts. No, I mean, I had so much fun making that movie, and I've been so lucky over the course of my career to work with fantastic people like Robert Rodriguez, and I don't know. I don't know. I would just tell him to enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Make sure to enjoy it.
Good
Well,
advice.
I hope people enjoy the ride with Fight or Flight, because it is just a romp. It really is.
Thank you very much.
Check it out in theaters on Friday. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.